The acting head of the FAA today admitted that something was missed when explaining what led to the deadly midair collision between an Army helicopter and a jetliner back in January. Senators also grilled the top aviation official on why thousands of previous close calls at Reagan, the airport there, went unaddressed. Nikole Killion joins us now from Capitol Hill. So, Nikole, what was the goal of this hearing?
Well, really, the hearing was aimed at reviewing this preliminary report by the NTSB, which is still investigating the cause of this crash. But the chair of the NTSB said that they were on site about an hour after the crash, and they still have divers at the scene to this day recovering wreckage and personal items. But one key finding out of that report is that there had been over 15,000 near misses between airliners and helicopters over a 13-year span. And so that prompted a lot of questions about how this could have happened, why this wasn't caught sooner prior to that mid-air collision. As you mentioned, the head of the FAA, the acting head of the FAA, said clearly something was missed, but vowed that it wouldn't happen again.
Nikole, have we gotten any new information about this investigation as it moves forward?
Well, another interesting takeaway out of this hearing is that there is this issue of a specific type of aviation surveillance technology. And again, whether or not that was on or off at the time of this crash, particularly as it relates to that Black Hawk chopper, it appears that it was not on and hadn't been on for some time. So going forward, the FAA is now mandating that aircraft, particularly here in the D.C. area and that airspace, use that technology going forward to identify their positioning to try to, again, prevent another tragedy like this.
And Nikole, family members of people who died in this crash, they were at the hearing today. You can only imagine how tough that was. How did they come away from this? Did they feel like it was worth it, like they got what they wanted?
Well, absolutely. I mean, they wouldn't be here if it didn't mean something to them. And it was very emotional for a lot of them in the room. And the senators acknowledged as much, as did many of the witnesses. You know, we did hear after the hearing from relatives of a pilot and a passenger that were on board that American Airlines flight. Take a listen to their thoughts.
I think that my son's legacy is to get some things done to make sure that this doesn't happen again. So I think that he'd be happy about that.
I'm glad that something's being done about it now, but you know, it's too little, too late for those of us who had family members on that plane.
So while it may have been painful, they do acknowledge that this was a good start. They feel that, you know, people are taking their concerns seriously, both here in Congress and in the federal government. But obviously, there's nothing that can bring their loved ones back. So it still was a difficult day for them.